day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't want to go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Oh, hold my beer for
Hello, everyone. This is Pinkie the Housewife, and thank you all for being here with me this Sunday. Oh, it's a great Sunday so far. I don't think it's sunny, but a little chilly this morning to me. Well, I'm a little chilly. I'm always chilly. But anyway, thank you all for being here this Sunday afternoon with me. It is October the 19th. This month is passing by fast. October just came and it's gone by already. I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say or do about that. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Let's go ahead and get it kicked off. Let me just do this right quick.
I'm so expansive, like the universe. I'm so expansive, like the universe.
Pay my bills are paid. I've been grown, I pay my bills.
Hello? Hello, are you there?
Home. Will you please come home? Will you please come home?
I know I'm gonna live right because I ain't going to hell if it's hotter than this. Damn! I know I'm gonna live right because I ain't going to hell if it's hotter than this. Damn!
She said she knows she's gonna live right. She ain't going to hell if it's hotter than this. Damn. Bad. All right. Let's go ahead and get the house rules out of the way right quick. All right. And then we'll see who all we got in here today. Okay. Welcome, guys, to the Pink House. Welcome to the Pink House. And go ahead and hit that like button. Hitting that like button keeps me in the algorithm. It keeps me in the algorithm because YouTube will send my videos out to more people that may like my content. The more you all hit that like button, they'll be saying, oh my gosh, well, let me send it out to more people. So that's important for me. All right. And subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. And don't just forget subscribing to Pinkie the Housewife, but the second channel, Pink Global. That's 2 words. Pink is 2 words, Pink and then Global. You see how it looks, right? It's all caps, Pink space Global. Go ahead and do that for me, guys. Thank you. Go ahead and do that. And then also, let me say thank you, guys. Thank you. Now let's go ahead and get on with the matter at hand. Yesterday, we had a big day. It was a big day, very important day for everybody, for all people, not just for some people, but for all people. When I mean all people, Americans, all across this country. And not just Americans, some that's trying to get their citizenship, some that's in the process of getting, some that have green cards, some may just have work visas, whatever it is. It's for all people, whether you're born here, not born here, you've been in some way that you're here. It's important for everybody. Okay. And I hope the message got across. I hope they was able to see the message and get it across, and it got across to them. Okay. This is a country, we don't have a king in the US. This is America. We don't have a king here. We don't need a king. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to just look dead into the camera and say, we don't need a king. Everything is working just fine. We don't need a dictatorship. We don't need people censoring us, telling us what we can and cannot say, what we can and cannot do, telling people they need to be slaves now. No. This country was founded on us, on our backs of brown skinned people like us. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about that. I'll just let my videos do the talking. All right. So this is what we did yesterday. It was live, no Kings protests across the U.S. all over. That was Saturday. It was big. It was massive. This is just one city. Just think. It was everywhere. From Pennsylvania to Dallas, from Texas, from California, Chicago, you name it, Atlanta, the ATL, everywhere, Florida, you name it. It was everywhere. Washington, D.C., we saw you. Chicago, big impact. We saw you. We saw everybody. Arizona, we saw you. LA, we saw you. Yes. Georgia, you was kicking it too. We saw that too. We saw everything. Texas, we saw you. Yes, we did. We saw everybody. New York City, yes, we saw you stepping. Y'all keep stepping, just like New Jersey. You, of course, we saw you too. You was there. You were stepping 10 toes deep too as well. Yes, we saw you all. We saw you. And for all the states and the small towns and the cities I didn't mention, we saw you. I saw the people in Austin. Yes. Houston. Yes, I did. Huntsville. I saw y'all. Yes, I did. Mississippi. I saw you. You was trying your best, and I saw all of that. Yes, I was watching the news from everywhere. I saw you all, and I'm proud. I'm very proud. Yes, I saw you people down in Miami. Yes, I saw you. Minnesota, yes. And I saw all the small town, Oklahoma, of course. Thank you all. Everybody took a part. Everybody did their thing. Everybody came out with their signs. They protested. And it was a successful protest. It was not a hate protest. This was love all the way. Taking back our rights, taking back our dignity, taking back everything that they're trying to take away from us. Trying to push us back 50 years or more. Trying to get rid of people, dragging and kidnapping people off the streets, trying to take away your insurance, your health care, making it double in premium. Some states maybe triple. Trying to run and put people in the hospital because they can't pay their health insurance. They can't get their medicine. Trying to kick people out of their jobs, put them on furlough. No. Thousands and thousands of people are being laid off every day. Every day, not some days, not just every other week or once a week. This is thousands on a daily basis. People are losing their homes. People are losing their apartments. People are losing their Section 8. People are losing everything. Mothers and children, and sometimes a whole family, father and mother and children, are out on the street, don't know what they're going to do, where they're going to go. I see it all. Food prices are so high, we can't even afford to buy eggs. Eggs been too high. Now we can't even afford to buy beans and rice. You're trying to figure out whether you're going to pay your car payment so you can get to work, so you can provide for your children or put food on the table. And they trying to take your cars now. They trying to say this is best for America. No, it's not. It's best for the 1% or maybe the 4%. It ain't best for the everyday working people. It ain't best for the people that's struggling in the world today. No, it's not best for us. What was best for us was before January hit, before January 2025 hit. That was we was doing okay. It was hard out there then, but at least people had a fighting chance. Now they don't have a fighting chance. Even news media, they wanted them to sign, I think it's a 17-page document that you got to get things approved before you report it now. Oh no. Oh no, we ain't going out like that. No, we're not. So y'all do what you got to do. Stand 10 toes down. Okay? Do what we have to do. Because we just in October. We haven't even made a full year yet. And we got 2 more months of this year. October is almost over, and we got November and December. Oh my God. Then you got 3 more years? Oh no. If things are turned upside down already and the year is not over, we are in a depression, guys. Don't let them fool you and tell you everything is good. It's not good. It's good for a few, but not the masses. It's not good. Don't let them lie to you. Shame on the devil. The devil needs to go back where he came from. The devil will lie. So if you believed him then, wake up. If you was happy that people was getting deported, wake up, because they're coming for you too. All Americans. That's why he's changing it now. That's why he said he's coming for the criminals. No, he ain't coming for the criminals. He's coming for everybody. Even the ones that voted for him. He's coming for you too. Okay? Seems like a lot of people already found out. They fucked around and found out. So y'all need to wake up and find out and start standing strong with the ones that been trying to tell you for the longest. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm just here to report. All right, guys. My prayers go out to everybody that was out there yesterday, everybody that was holding it down in the news media, everybody that was reporting how safe it was. We didn't have no crime yesterday. We had a peaceful protest. No kings allowed in this country. It was peaceful. From the East Coast to the West Coast, from the South to the North. It was peaceful. You name it, no matter where you are. If you dead stuck in the center, it was peaceful. If you was on any of the corners, it was peaceful. No matter where you were. If you was down at the tail end of that protest, it was peaceful. If you was leading the protest, it was peaceful. Just remember, they're going to try to say it was a hate protest. It was not. And if you believe in that, I guess you need to start drinking the clear water, the regular water in the bottle, like this, and stop drinking the orange juice. Okay, stop drinking that juice, what you're drinking. It ain't right for you. There's a lot of chemicals in that water that you're drinking. Okay, so stop drinking it. Thank you, guys. We're going to go ahead and get on with the matter at hand. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. All right. So, like I said, this was yesterday. This was yesterday. This is today. No King's protest. I'm going to give you an update. And then also, we got Mr. Man here and his little co-host, the cult leaders. We got David E. Taylor. Make sure you put that E in there. David E. Taylor and Michelle Brannon. I call her his co-host. Is she the co-host for him? Because she's the one that takes his calls and do what he give us orders, and she inflict them orders onto the people that supports him, that gave all their money, their homes, their cars, everything, their food stamp checks, food stamp card, their Social Security checks, everything to this man, allegedly, but it's also been proven already. It's been proven proven that he gets it all. It's right there in the court docs. I've been reporting this ever since September. Okay, that's when he came across my screen. Yes, and ever since then, I've been reporting on the man. He's one of them slick slenders, whatever, slick. He's like a slick back. He's like a slick back pimp. Slick back, whatever. He's like a pimp, in my opinion, because he make y'all bring him the money, bring in the money for him. And then he don't treat you well. You know how he punish you. You know how pimps do. They have the women to bring in the money. Go out there and bring in the money any means necessary. And then bring it to him. And then if they don't bring him enough, they get punished for it, get beaten. He do the same thing, in my opinion. He have them people working for free. Same like a pimp would have you working for free. And that he's the daddy. Like he's the best friend of Jesus Christ. Okay, that's what he said. And you got to bring him the money. If you don't get him enough, get on that phone and make enough money for him, what happens? You get punished. You don't get a chance to eat. See, like this here, you don't get a chance to eat at all. And then you may not get a chance to sleep. You don't get a chance to go to the bathroom, get no water, go to sleep or nothing. You may stay up until a few hours before you have to get ready to get right back up. Yeah. Then if you start off at that call center, you may get water dushed all over your head. Cold water. You may get water poured on you. Oh, yes, he will. You put that water right on you. Y'all, I'm not playing with you. Okay, so we're going to talk about the march, okay? And then we're going to talk about David. Well, let me do this one. David, the criminal, that's his mugshot, guys, with his receding hairline. He don't have his wig on, his toupee. He wears hair parts to cover up his front of his head. Yes, he do in the sides. Okay. Remember that video I played one day? He was preaching and the thing started sliding off and he pushed it back and trying to make it fit back in. And then he got kind of embarrassed. And so he started talking about the women that wear wigs and stuff. Yeah, him. Yes, he did that. Yes. So that's why he got that mugshot, I guess. He doing people wrong. And then we're going to talk about his other cult leader. See above her left shoulder, say Apostle David E. Taylor cult watch. Yeah, and they think they ain't not a cult. That's what they telling the people. Okay, but that's her mugshot right there. Don't she look just like he does? Demonistic in the eyes. See, look at hers. Look at his. Don't they look alike in the eyes? That means something is wrong. So we started with her deposition last time I reported live on him. And then we always been working on his. His is entertaining. Hers is kind of okay. But his is very entertaining. Okay? Look at him. Look at him. That man got greed written all over his face. See, that's him when he got his full toupee, the hair on the front of his head. Now, okay, you see the hair now. Okay, he looked like he got nice, good hair across the front, right? He didn't have time to put that hair on in the morning before they came and got him, because they don't tell you I'm coming to get you. You just find out they knocking at your door and going to take you with them. That's what happened. Both of them was arrested at the same time, like clockwork. We're going to do it like this. They just say, okay, this is David. We're going to arrest him now. This is Michelle Brannon. We're going to arrest her now. No, they did both like that. You got to do this. You got to be good to do this. You can't just let one of them slip off and go warn the others. No, you got to sweep in. That's how you have to do criminals. Both been indicted. Michelle already been in the court. that's what we're going to talk about. And David already had court date too. But Michelle going back just next month on the 3rd. That's in what, a little over 2 weeks? November the 3rd, Michelle going to be back in there. You know I'm going to be reporting that on November the 3rd. Y'all better be in here because I'm going to be reporting her. I'm going to be going live with her. Yes, I am. Now, David got another court date too. But David, both of them just went to court. Like, why all this other stuff been going on? You know, we've been having a lot of stuff going on. So, but both of them just went to court. So we're going to talk about it. Let's go back and see about the march first, because then we're going to just focus on these allegedly cult members, David and Michelle, because got a lot. Okay, so let's just go back and see what happened yesterday on the no protest. I mean, not no protest, no King's protest, no King's protest. Okay, here we go, guys. You know, but first I always got to show a video. I always got to show a video. Y'all know that. What is Pinkie good for? Showing a video before she starts. Something to brighten up the mood, to make you laugh, to make you cry, give you food for thought too. So this is one I got. I just happened to see this one. I saw this. No, I saw it again yesterday, but I saw this video a long time ago. And then I was working yesterday at my desk doing some stuff. And I happened to see this video. Again, I said, Lord, am I? But I saw a longer version of it when she sat down and started trying to pick up some weights. And the weights maybe about 5 pounds or something. Ooh, Lord. But I'm not making body shaming nobody or making fun of her, but I just thought this was so weird. Okay, y'all ready to see it? Here it is. I'm going to turn the music on or whatever's being said.
Look at you, so cute. She's ready. Look at you, so cute. She's ready.
Know what they said? Look at her. She's so cute. She's ready. Now she may be cute in the face, but I don't know what happened.
Look at you, so
I'm gonna let y'all say. I don't know what happened. Her whoever did her body BBL their license need to be taken. They need to go to jail. They messed this young girl up. She walking sideways now. One of her butt BBLs is bigger than the other one, and her body is too small for that BBL, and you don't want to see her walking from the back. Yes, I saw a longer version. And everything. The breast is way too big. The BBL for that little body, I think she should have left her body alone. She can't even walk straight. And somebody just did wrong with her. And I think whoever did that BBL, she should put them on Front Street so nobody else go to that person and get done what happened to her. That is a shame. I just want to say that is a shame. People out here getting these BBLs and get all effed up. They fucked around and found out that they should have kept their body the way they needed, the way they was born. Y'all gonna do what you want to do. Okay? I just had to bring that out. I just want to bring that out. Let me see. There's another picture of her.
I wouldn't have did all that. I would have played it just how you wanted to. You didn't see my words, so you tried to play me. But I was so in love.
Y'all know that one. That's one.
That I just gotta let
You
go.
can't I think she is embarrassed. Move around.
If I had you back, I wanted to. If I had you back.
That is a shame. That is a shame. Whoever did that they need to go to jail. They just need to be in jail because that young woman's body is just effed up. Just effed up over. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't be doing this. I just had to show y'all that. Because that is a purity shame. Purity shame. Okay. Now, okay. Oh, Lord, I tell you, people. Oh, let me Carlton, thank you for being here this morning. Good morning, Carlton. Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you for coming in. Ooh. Carlton, let me ask you, what do you think about that BBL? That is wrong. That is wrong. And let me also, if you watched any of the No Kings protests yesterday, tell me what you think. I want to hear what you all think about that protest from yesterday. Put it, drop some lines on what you feel about that protest, and tell me about it in your city. Tell me where your location is, so I can give it a shout out. Where it was in your city or your state. You can just put your city or state where you 10 toes down at. Okay, just let me know. All right, because that was a purity shame. They calling this a hate protest. I don't understand what part of it looked like hate. The people that saying it, hating the people for doing it to bring awareness to what's going on. Is that it? You just hating because you didn't get out there, because you want a king and we don't, you want a dictator and we don't. Okay, so you're gonna call it hate. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see from yesterday. I mean, just trying to get it up. We're going to show some of this from yesterday. I'm going to get started with one of them from yesterday, and then we're going to move on. Let me just get the right one. Did we show this yesterday? I can't remember. Or did I put it up there to show today? I can't remember. But anyway, let me see. I don't know. Tell you what, I'm going to think about this one here. One, I'm not sure whether I showed it yesterday or not, but we're going to go ahead and just hear on what happened on yesterday. So for the ones that didn't see it yesterday, I'm just going to drop a little short video. It's for NBC 10. Wait, before I do NBC 10, let me just see something. I got some stuff sitting, waiting for me to drop it. Let me just check first. I'm getting, guys. This is recapping Boston massive No Kings rally. So I'm going to go ahead and show that. This is a recap of it, okay? And then I'll get on with everything else.
Welcome back. It's 3 o'clock on this Saturday afternoon as we continue to bring you live coverage of today's No Kings rally happening on the Boston Common, as well as over 50 other locations across Massachusetts, over 2,500 rallies across the country right now. Thank you for sticking with us this afternoon. I'm Amelia Fabiano. These demonstrations are happening nationwide as people are speaking out, they say, against the Trump administration. So let's head out live to the event now. NBC 10's Matt Pritchard joining us live. Matt, we just heard from several of our representatives here in Massachusetts. The event sort of dwindling down for the day. What has been the tone out there this afternoon?
Yeah, well, certainly it has been a defiant tone from the very start, Amelia. As you mentioned, we have heard from a who's who of the politicians that have been elected to various positions here in Massachusetts, starting off with Mayor Michelle Wu. Then we ultimately heard from Senator Elizabeth Warren, Senator Ed Markey, along with House Minority Whip Catherine Clark, Ayanna Pressley as well, and then Rep. Seth Moulton along with that. So each of those speakers brought a similar tone, saying that it's important to have these kind of demonstrations. Of course, all of them are Democrats and disagree strongly with Donald Trump's agenda and what he's done since he's been put into office. But throughout the day, we've had musical acts like the one you're hearing behind me right now. People have been dancing, they've been holding up their signs, they've been cheering, they've been chanting, seeming to relish this opportunity to let out what they feel is frustration over federal action down in Washington, D.C. Now, it's worth noting that we had a massive crowd here earlier today. Much of it is still here, but I would say within the last half hour to 45 minutes, we started to see people make their way towards the exit. More grass is visible on Boston Common as those folks have started to leave, especially right after Senator Elizabeth Warren. And
you all see those people. That is thick. That is a crowd. Now, this is just not in Boston. This is all over the country. You got from LA to Texas to New York City to Georgia, from Florida, Tennessee. You got everywhere. Chicago, New Jersey, Washington, D.C., Oklahoma, Mississippi. You got them. You got this all over, guys, all over the country. Massive rallies. San Francisco, California. It doesn't matter where you were. Las Vegas, it was everywhere. This was everywhere, from small towns where only a few hundred people, a few thousand people. Everybody was standing up, walking, speaking out, protesting peacefully. You see, and even with the picture I showed you all yesterday, look at there. Just wrapping around the buildings, taking over the streets. Y'all see that? And my understanding, there was no arrest. And some of the people that was picked up by ICE in the past, they and was finally let go. Some of the ones that was let go later, they was there. A lot of people. A lot of employees, federal workers was there speaking out. Your elders was there. One guy that was a veteran, fought in the war and stuff, he was there because he said he never saw soldiers. He knows soldiers. He never saw soldiers fight their own people. Soldiers normally go out and fight the enemy, not their own people. That's crazy. But you got to remember, a lot of these people are not really ICE. They're January 6 people. Those are felons. And just yesterday, I watched where a police officer was arrested by these ICE agents. He was taken by ICE agent, a fellow police officer. And he was targeted because he's been in the country for years. And they came and got him, arrested him. So it doesn't matter who you are. And he was a working cop, and he got took down. So it doesn't matter
Senator Ed Markey spoke, and then even more after the reps took the stage and then stepped down. So certainly this is a massive event that's taking place here on Boston Common today. But as you mentioned, it's just one piece of a very large effort across the country to make their voices heard and try and show their displeasure with this current federal administration. We've heard from so many people today. Come back tonight at 6 o'clock here on NBC 10 Boston. We'll have a recap of what we heard on the stage right behind me and what may come up within the next half hour or so. I've been told they're planning on being about 30 minutes behind schedule, so 3:30 or so for this thing to wrap up. For now, though, on the Boston Common, Matt Pritchard, NBC 10 Boston.
All right, Matt, thank you for that view from the crowd there. And that band that's playing called the Sheila Divine, that is the Run of Show's last planned performer. They're based on the event rundown, so we'll definitely be keeping tabs on the rest of the event as well. Let's have Eli Rosenberg join us live now. Eli, you've been out in the midst of this crowd talking to all sorts of people who decided to show up to this rally on the Boston Common today for a number of different reasons. What is the message these people are trying to convey today?
Yeah, a lot of different messages out here. It's turned into a dance party on the outer ring here of the Common as people have continued to show up here. A few people have left, but you can still see quite a sizable crowd. Many of these people have been out here since 11:30 or noon, and you can look out here at some more of the people here that have gathered. It really is something to see. Now, as Matt mentioned, we talked to a lot of different people out here. We also heard from a lot of different people, including the mayor. And after she talked, we caught up with her behind the stage, and this is what she had to say.
It's amazing to see so many people who are here with smiles and also determination in their hearts that we have to stand together and keep speaking out when laws are broken, when people are put in harm's way. This is a community and a city where for 400 years we have done everything we can for freedom in this country and to set the course for generations to come to have every opportunity. And this is a moment where a lot of people feel that the administration in the White House is doing everything they can to undermine that sense of safety and belonging and the progress that we've made. So we're going to keep going in Boston.
So that was the gist of what the mayor said out here, to a thunderous applause many times when she talked to this crowd. Now, joining me is Ann from Reading, has a sign here. What brought you out today?
Got to stand up against what's happening in our country. That's what I try to do it every time I can.
What do you think of this crowd out here in the atmosphere?
It's so awesome, peaceful. Everybody is kind and loving, and we're here just to show up and stand up to what's happening.
Now, you could have done a lot of things today. It's a beautiful day here, October in New England, but you came out here.
Yes, absolutely. We have some real close to our town on Saturdays, but Boston, today, Boston. Boston is
How long were you out here for?
Noon.
How are you feeling?
Great. I mean, we have good weather. Right?
Thank you very much. That's Ann from Reading right there. She brought a sign. She has her hat decorated as well. And you can see this crowd give you a sense of people stretched out all the way over here. Now you're looking towards downtown right there and over the hill as well, all the way stretched out to the bandstand. Seeing it from Sky Ranger really is something to appreciate, just how many people decided to come out here on a Saturday in October. The crowd is still out here. Everyone, it seems, has a story, a reason for being out here. Send it back to you.
All right, Eli, thank you. And one thing I do want to ask you about is the police presence there on the Boston Common. There have been some times during these live shots where we've seen them sort of on the outskirts. What has been the public safety response that you've noticed out there today?
All right, so as you can imagine, yes, there is quite a response here. If you look, and they can zoom in if you can, you see the police right there? They have been on the outskirts all day long, here if needed, but from where we have stood and what we have seen, they have not been needed. So they really have been pretty stationary there. There has been a few road closures in the area, parking restrictions as well, but you would never really know based on the mood and the tenor of the crowd out here today. So yes, there are a number of police, paramedics as well out here, but we have not seen them move in. We have not seen them detain anyone. Really no need for them, but they're here if they are needed. But you can see right now, they're just hanging out on the outskirts.
Hi, Miss Butter. Thank you for coming in. Good afternoon, Miss Pinkie and Chad. Thank you and welcome to the live. We're doing a recap of the for everyone in the down in the bushes and everything, and just coming in. We're doing a recap of No Kings protest from yesterday, recapping, and then we're going to show David, the cult leaders, David E. Taylor and Michelle Brannon. They finally went to court. So we're doing a updating you on those criminals, those two criminals, enslaving those people for their financial gain. And also recapping on this here. It was really great yesterday. We need people to show up to the polls like this. Thank you. Oh, that is a true statement. We need people to show up to the poll like this. If you all can show up like this and show out, be that's where it's at right there. Let me do something. That is where it's at right there. If we can get everybody to do that, we'll be a lot better off. But one thing about it, I must say, we need people like that to show out. And let me just take this down. And first of all, we saw police officers back there in the back, right? With the big giant trucks and stuff, keeping it's almost like keeping a wall around what's going on. Because if they was the ICE and those fumbling people from the ICE, if they was there, they'll be doing what they call randomly picking people out by their skin color. Okay, they would be race picking people, because if you're not looking, if you know what I mean, they be looking at your skin color, they're looking at your hair and your skin color, and taking you down. They don't care whether you're a man, woman, or child. They would do it. You can be a teenager walking around, minding your own business. They will still try to take you down. I did a cancer walk in No Kings protest, and I met some wonderful people. You did tell me about that, Miss Butter. Thank you for saying that. If you ever want to come up today and just talk about the two walks, especially the No Kings protest walk that happened yesterday, I would love to hear about that No Kings walk yesterday. I would love to hear about that, how it turned out in where you were. If you want, let me just drop it. If you ever decide you want to come up and just talk about that for a moment, and then you can drop right back down, I will be honored. But it's up to you. And you don't even have to show your face. You can stay behind your avatar. But also, let me just say this here. No matter what state you was in, whether you was in Washington, D.C., Nevada, Colorado, Texas, California, you got Florida, you got New York City, you got Pennsylvania, you got Illinois, Kansas City, no matter where you were, Mississippi, Georgia, everybody was on the grind. They was there marching and protesting, and it was so peaceful. Now, thank God we didn't have them idiots that walking around with their logo baseball caps on and their hair hanging down their back and them raggedy tennis shoes and their church shoes talking about they are an ICE agent. No, they don't know what they doing. Never arrest nobody in their life. Never. They just got out of jail from the January 6th incident, and then they got a fake vest on talking about they don't have no training. Hi, Terry. Thank you for being here. Hey, Pinkie in chat. So Mike Johnson said, when asked, let's see who showed up. He looks real stupid. I guess he do looks. I guess so. Because we had thousands and thousands and thousands, no matter what part of the country you was from. They was there. They was there. They was showing out from California, from the west, to New York City, from the east, and Florida, and they was showing out in Georgia. Texas was showing out. New Mexico, Arizona was showing out. Montana was showing out. Everybody was showing out. Chicago showed out. Everybody was showing out. Ohio was showing out. Even the small towns was showing out. Now, I don't know what happened in Alaska, because Alaska, they was hit by a typhoon. And I'm going to have to cover that. They was probably just trying to take care of themselves right now. And prayers go out to Alaska. The protest was peaceful. It was, because we didn't have them funneling fools there, pretending like they went through training to be an ICE agent. They didn't. They just got out of jail from the January 6th incident. The police was talking to protesters. They was not harassing us at all, because the police are being arrested now by ICE. There was one just recently arrested by ICE, a real live police officer, because he's a foreigner. But he went through all the background checks and everything and been a police officer for a while now. And they arrested him. Yes, sir. And they ain't taking it back either. Philly's in the house. Thank you, Terry. Philly's in the house. Okay. Let me see what else is going. I'm glad it was so peaceful, because that's what they wanted. They wanted, even if they had one incident, they would blow that incident up to back like 1,000-fold. I'm serious. They would blow it up so big and make it look like you had 1,000 people in just one state doing something. 1,000 people in this state. They would copy and paste that so all over the place. You know how they are. That's how they are. You know how they are. Now, Lord. Yeah. People be making up stuff these days. They be making up stuff. Let me see what else we got on this. Y'all got to excuse me. Okay, I'm going to do okay. Let's see what let me see. You always got to have one person acting a fool, right? Right. Okay, let's see this here right quick. And then we're going to get on to, unless somebody want to talk more about the January 6th, like in floating his crowd. Oh, yes. This made his look like a little mouse compared to an elephant. I live in the suburbs close to the county. While going through about 5 suburbs, people was lined all down the streets of the service road. When I told you it was so good to see a lot of people out protesting, I bet it was. I bet it just made your heart just melt to see this. I can imagine this, but I bet your heart, I bet it was just food to your heart. It just made you feel wonderful. Oh my God. Analysts are breaking No Kings, the largest protest across the country. Oh my, yeah, I mean, you can even see the streets. I mean, it was so many people, you couldn't see a drop of the streets or the sidewalk or nothing. Here we go.
Are calling this the biggest protest in American history. It's far bigger than any rally Donald. Breaking news. Analysts are calling this the biggest protest in American history. It's far bigger than any rally Donald Trump has ever had. This is Boston. Rallies just like this are happening in cities big and small all around the country. And the reason behind it is growing frustration with Donald Trump's use of power and his tendency to act as if legal limits don't apply to him. Moreover, many people believe the balance between power and accountability is breaking down. On the other hand, his supporters argue that he's just taking strong and necessary actions. Now, the main thing is that the protests have spread across major cities and small towns, drawing thousands of people. And because of this, authorities have increased security measures around government buildings. Moreover, legal experts are warning that weakening checks and balances could lead to long-term instability. On the other hand, Trump's base views these demonstrations as a political attack, which is increasing polarization. Now, the main news is that the situation is no longer just symbolic protests. It's turning into a major test of how far presidential power can stretch against the law and public resistance. Follow White News. Breaking news.
Ooh, did you all see that where they was making
Donald Trump in frustrated power and his activity is breaking. Supporters argue that he's just taking.
There was one part where right there. Did y'all see that? Look. They spelled it out. And the people got together and spelled that out. There had to be somebody coordinating this. This is so nice. No King's protest. That is beautiful. I love it. I love it. Look at this, guys. I love this. I got to find that somewhere. Look at it. Wasn't that beautiful? Wasn't that beautiful, guys? I love that. My cousin lives on Texas, on one of the Texas governor suburbs, as she said the people was out everywhere protesting, and sure, he was upset. Yep, Texas was protesting. Austin, Houston, Dallas, you name it in Texas, they were standing strong. Oh, Lord. And you know the man in Texas, I ain't gonna say his name, but you know, I ain't gonna say his name. He don't like nothing. I think that he just miserable. Okay. But anyway, yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna move on, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the recap of the No Kings protest. No king, no king, no king. I hope y'all enjoyed the update on that and everything. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into the criminals. That's what I'm saying, criminals. We're going to go ahead and jump into the kingdom of God. Leaders, David E. Taylor and Michelle Brannon. Yeah, that's David right there, guys. That's David E. Taylor. Yes, that's his mugshot. And word on the street, y'all know David is still in jail. He's doing one of those Diddy things, the Diddler things. He effed around and found out that you don't always get out of jail. Again, you just don't always get out of jail. Sometimes you get in there and you stay in there until your trial. So he's still in there. He's still in there. And they trying to get, they want him out. And he's supposed to have no contact with the church members. None of them. But that ain't stopping it. And then Michelle Brannon here, you know, she's been locked up too, but word on the street, she finally made bail. But we getting ready to see whether that word on the street is correct or not. But word on the street that she finally made bail. To me, he's a flight risk. She is too, but that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting ready to talk about it. We're getting ready to see. All right. We're getting ready to talk about these two criminals. Okay, wait, hold on for 1 second. Okay, guys, that was hubby, Mr. Pinkie. Just letting, I was wondering where he was. He went fishing this morning. Okay. And let me just say, my co-host, Phoenix, he is doing good. He's just not going to be on, I'm not going to have him with me today on this live. Because Phoenix don't act right. Once he starts coming in here, he don't know when to stop. So Phoenix is out there with baby girl. So I sneaked in here. He really don't know I'm in here because we've been keeping this door closed. So he don't know I'm in here. He just think the mama gone somewhere. He'll see me when I finish, okay? I know y'all love my co-host, but I can only show you a picture of my co-host because he ain't gonna be live with y'all today. Okay, so if you want to see a picture, just let me know because I'm sad too. But Phoenix, no. Phoenix is not going to be on the live today, guys. Okay. I think that was San Diego Beach. Oh, okay. Typo and not as. Okay. These people really be hiding behind the church as a cult. Yes, they do. Wait now. If y'all would not believe this, I got another cult. Y'all think this one is bad. I just haven't had time to put it on because of all the stuff been going on. I haven't had time to put it on. But y'all think this one is bad. Wait till y'all see the other. We're gonna start on him soon this week. I'm not gonna give it up. I think what I need to do is just drop y'all a little short video on it so y'all can get ready for it when I bring it. And y'all know how I said in the very beginning, David ain't nothing more than a pimp to me and what I'm thinking, but that's just my opinion. This church here, they ain't got nothing but pimps. Their pastors, their person that he called himself God, he ain't nothing but pimps. They don't have preachers or pastors or apostles or anything. They have pimps, living live pimps. I'm serious. Pimps run the pimp is the person that's running the church. The pimp is the pastor and certified pimp. Ain't no he let you know he's the pimp. And he's pimping on. And everybody in the church call him daddy, even the men. When the men be out there, daddy, be hollering daddy. Yes, they call him daddy. Daddy. And it was so strange and it hurts my ears. I was just traumatized when I heard them grown men at that service. I was watching the service. Them grown men at the service calling him daddy. Preach daddy. Oh, Lord. I had to, just hurt my poor ears. I was traumatized. I may have to drop that one because I got to get on it. I really need to get on that. Okay? Okay, we're going to go ahead and get on to this David stuff. All right? We're going to go ahead and get on to it. Here we go. Let me see, where did I have David at? I got David somewhere. And this is, let me just show you all this. I'm not sure whether we went through this or not. Let me just show it to you. I don't know whether we went through this or not. And because I've been going through doing so much stuff, I can't remember whether I covered this one or not. And y'all just let me know in the chat. This one here, do y'all know whether we went through this one or not? I don't think we did. This is the Federal Trade Commission. That they're the plaintiff for the Vacation Property and Services Incorporated and etc. Okay, they're the defendant. But this is, okay, that's David. I don't know. Let me just take this down. I don't think we went through this. Okay, let me just take this down. Okay, I don't think, I'm gonna have to look at that. I don't know whether, let me see. This is for one of my cases. I don't think this one is for, I don't think, this is for one of my cases, one of my lives. I don't know whether this is for his, others including providing any other goods and services. I'm trying to read through it just for a second. I know it's for one. I don't know. Tell you what. Acting directly or through any persons or representatives permanently retained telemarketing, assisting others who are engaging and participating in telemarketing. Tailor, whether acting directly or through any persons or representatives permanently. I think this is for David. Because Taylor must dissolve such customer information, if any, in all forms of possession. This is 18 pages long. This is 18 pages long, guys. I'm going to have to look at this. I have not read through this at all. I just had it pulled because we haven't went over this because I'm looking at it. I never, we haven't went over this, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, in further order that Taylor within 5 days of the receipt of this order as entered by court. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna push this out of the way for now. I'm gonna have to go. I don't know whether we done that. Hi, sweetie. Thank you for being here, sweetie. Thank you for coming in. And happy Sunday to you. I hope you're having a great Sunday. Sweetie, we just got through recapping from yesterday from the No Kings protests all over the country. So we just got through doing a recap of that today. Okay, we just did a recap of that. Now we're getting ready to focus ourselves on David E. Taylor and Michelle Brannon because you know they had their court date, right? And Michelle Brannon, her next court date, she already had a court date. David is still in jail. He's not getting out. And him and Michelle supposed to have no contact with none of the church members, none of the people that they enslaved for money, that enslaved customer service or that ring that they had them people making all them false calls, all them people in that call center, they don't supposed to have no contact with anybody from the church, right? But they ain't, they're gonna do he doing a Diddy thing. David E. Taylor is doing a Diddy thing, the Diddler thing. Okay. Michelle allegedly from the last court date, word on the street, she got out. So, but he is still locked up and they're trying to get him out. And a lot of the church people are out there. And you can tell they was told not to have any contact with the media. And they ain't talking, but they out there. Okay. So we're going to listen to the court, see what's going on. Oh, wow. This is interesting. I hope she got some time. She'll get some time as well. Well, Michelle goes back to court November the 3rd. That's coming up in about 2 weeks. So we can't wait to see what that 2 weeks is going to bring for us. So she got 2 weeks to enjoy herself right now. David is still locked up. Okay, so we're going to see what's going on with them. Let me go ahead and just bring you that. The first one. Okay. Oh, Lord. Let me just see. Which one? Okay, I'm going to move everything back out of the way that don't focus on David. If they ain't talking about David or Michelle, I'm going to move it out of the way. That's what I'm doing right now. Because we saw everything else. Okay. Let me just put this up first. Because you know, it may be somebody watching my live right now. Okay. It may be somebody watching my live right now. Okay. So this says this is from the FBI. You don't fool with the FBI. This is the FBI in Charlotte. Okay. That's their symbol. I ain't fooling with them. It says anyone with information related to the investigation of David Taylor and Michelle Brannon or the Kingdom of God Global Church, KOGGC, or Joshua Media Ministries International, JMMI, is encouraged to contact the FBI at 1-800-CALL FBI or submit a tip online at online. Y'all see it right there. Ain't going through all of that. Okay. And somebody said, big surprise, another corrupt church. Another corrupt church. Yep, that's what they said. Okay. So, oh Lord, I just had to bring y'all that little sticky. So if anybody got any information, y'all know what to call. You know where to get in touch with somebody at. Okay. So people need to know. That's why I brought that up first. Get that on out of the way. Okay. Let me see. So I'm trying to see which one of these to show first. I'll just put them both up in here because they are both talking about them. Okay. Let me see. Oh, that's no King's protest. Okay. So we're going to start with this one here first. They're all talking about David or Michelle Brannon. Okay. So this is with Detroit's local news 4, WDIV. Okay. And this is very short, just 2 minutes and 53 seconds. But we're going to be showing everything now. And this is, let me just tell you how long this ago. This was just 8 days ago. Okay, just last week. Okay. So just last week. We ain't talking about stuff that they did a long time ago. This is just last week. Okay. Here we go.
The court calls case number 2520560.
Let me put the caption up so y'all can see. This is in court. This is in the court. The self-proclaimed religious leader David E. Taylor. This is makes first Michigan court date. This is his first time in court in Michigan. This is David E. Taylor, not David Taylor, but David E. Taylor, because there's a lot of David Taylors out there. I found that out. Okay, so this is his first time in the courtroom in Michigan. So you're going to hear a lot of stuff going on before. So listen, that's why I put the caption up. Yeah.
The court calls case number 2520560, United States of America versus David Taylor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
And guys, those docs, that number was there. I'm going to go ahead and try to pull those, not today, because we got a lot of stuff. I'm going to pull those court docs so we can sit down and look through them together. Okay.
One appearing on behalf of the United States.
Good afternoon. Mr. Taylor, please state your name.
David E. Taylor.
Mr. Taylor, you have the right.
Wait. He don't sound like the same guy that did that deposition. Let me pause it right quick.
Remain silent.
Wait. Look, y'all remember this, right? You remember that? He do not sound like the same guy in the deposition. In the deposition, his voice was so, you didn't make that clear. Let me think. I don't know. He don't sound like that guy. Y'all remember how his voice was? Y'all remember? He don't sound like that guy, does he? Oh my God. They put on another persona for us. Is this another one of his personas that we don't know about? You know those criminals, they got different personalities. They have one to get you, to rope you in, to reel you in. They got one when they want to be in power, when they show themselves to you. Ooh, Lord, y'all.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sarah Cohen, appearing on behalf of the United States.
Good afternoon. Mr. Taylor, please state your name.
David E. Taylor.
Mr. Taylor, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you. You have the right to an attorney at all stages of the proceedings. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will appoint one for you. It appears that you have retained Scott Rosenblum as your counsel,
Yes, Your Honor.
but he's not here today. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you like the court to appoint the federal community defender to represent you for the purposes of today's hearing? Just for today's hearing, so that you
Yes.
have someone who's
Yes,
familiar
Your
with, okay, thank you. I'll appoint the federal community defender.
Let me ask you all guys, why isn't his attorney there today? A man that took over $50 million from the people of his church, and for the people to buy him a house that looks like this. This is his house. His house is bigger than the Denver's house. And he got an attorney to represent him, and the attorney is not in court on his first day. What the hell? What the hell is going on? Hi, Renita. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in today. Happy Sunday. We are talking about, we just started playing, David E. Taylor is in his first, y'all, for the ones that just came in or in the bushes. David E. Taylor, first appearance at court. And first appearance, his very first appearance, right there. Self-proclaimed. Okay? First appearance in court in Michigan, right? And his attorney, he got representation. It's not even there on his first day. And this man is got a house looking like this. How the hell you gonna have an attorney and you took over $50 million from your people, from those people that's working for you, slaving for you, slave labor, and you got an attorney that ain't showing up on the first day? Something's wrong with this picture. Something is wrong with this picture. Something. I don't know, but I'm gonna dig and find out, because I'm getting those court docs. I'm getting the rest of them. But those other court docs, that one that's 14 pages long that I showed you, like I said, I haven't read through it yet. But we're gonna go over that too. Not today, but we're gonna go over that those whole court docs. We're gonna go over those because those are only 14 pages. But I'm getting the ones for this first court date too. Y'all know I got to pull that. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. So we get a chance to hear him. And now he's taking a public defender. That from what the court is appointing him, because he ain't got no lawyer today, first day in court. That man probably doing. I ain't saying that. I'm not going to say it.
I'll appoint the federal community defender office for Mr. Taylor's initial appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Rhonda Brazil, the Federal Community Defender Office.
And let me just say, this happened just last week. This is just 8 days ago, okay? And don't forget, Michelle just had court too. And she got the repeat. She just had court. Word on the street, she got out. She's out of jail. He is still in there, locked up. He's doing, like I said, told y'all, he's doing the Diddy thing. The Dippler thing, that's what he's doing, the Dippler thing, okay? Because they can't let him out. He's a danger to all those people that he treated like slaves and made them work for free. Okay? And everybody else. So he and Michelle can't have no contact with nobody. But this person ain't even got an attorney on his first day. And he had hired an attorney. And that attorney, shame, shame, shame. First day in court. Michelle just went to court too. We're going to listen to hers too. So he's getting a public defender on his first day. Man, what happened to all them millions? What happened?
Hearing. Good afternoon to you again. Under Rule 5F, the government is ordered to comply with its disclosure obligations under Brady versus Maryland and its progeny. Failure to time to do so may result in the dismissal of charges, exclusion of evidence, adverse jury instructions, contempt proceedings, and other sanctions. Are we completing the arraignment on a different day when Mr. Rosenblum is available?
Yes, Your Honor. For the record, Defendant Taylor was arrested in Durham, North Carolina on August 27th. He appeared on the arrest warrant and indictment on that date. He consented to detention with a request that the detention hearing be held here in the Eastern District of Michigan. He arrived in our district yesterday. Today is his first appearance in the Eastern District of Michigan.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Rosenblum was not available today for a detention hearing. The parties have agreed that the arraignment and the detention hearing will be Friday, October 17th.
All right, thank you. Is that your understanding, Ms. Brazil? Or?
It is, and
Okay.
Mr. Taylor has been informed of such, Your Honor.
Okay, and has pretrial services interviewed Mr. Taylor?
Johnson, all
Now,
matter.
let me just say, October the 17th already in pass. And they said, if you look at it right here, let me see. Trying to bring that back. Let me see. Johnson pretrial services, defendant has been interviewed. Wait.
Okay, and you'll have the report ready?
Correct.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Taylor, with the agreement of the party.
Wait now. I'm trying to bring back that little portion. Okay, October 17th, so y'all can see.
Detention hearing will be Friday, October 17th.
Okay. His detention hearing was October 17th, but let me just tell you that have already passed. Okay. That was on Friday. Let me just make a note so I can try to make sure I get all that stuff pulled up for us next time.
All right, thank you. Is that your understanding, Ms. Brazil? Or?
It is, and
Okay.
Mr. Taylor has been informed of such, Your Honor.
Okay, and has pretrial services interviewed Mr. Taylor?
Johnson, all matter of pretrial services. The defendant has been interviewed.
Okay, and you'll have the report ready?
Correct. Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Taylor, with the agreement of the parties, I am going to order you temporarily detained to a detention hearing on Friday, October 17th.
Now, let me just say this. That detention hearing, because this attorney was not in court that day, right there, which was last 8 days ago, because this attorney was not in court on. Hi, Sharon. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. Now, because David Taylor, attorney, was not in court. He was not in court when he made his first appearance in the courtroom in Michigan. He didn't get a chance to get bail. Okay, or see whether the judge will allow him bail. Now, he's been locked up ever since he's been there. He's been locked up for a long time now. Okay, so he's doing the Dippler thing. Y'all know the Dippler thing. Okay, what happened with the Dippler? Okay, hope and pray that I get out every time, but you don't get out. Now, this is his first time. So his attorney that he got to represent him did not show up on his first day. So he didn't, because the attorney was not there to talk about or try to request bail. So he got to wait until next detention hearing, which is set for October the 17th, which was just a few days ago. Today is the 19th. So that was just 2 days ago. Okay. And my understanding is he's still there. But we're going to find out. I'm going to have to, that's my digging to do.
And I will also schedule the completion of Mr. Rosenblum, of Mr. Taylor's arraignment on the same day.
Okay, so
Ms. Brazil, is there anything else you need me to do today for Mr. Taylor?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything else, Ms. Cohn?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm glad y'all got a chance to hear that.
Hi, everybody.
Y'all remember her. Y'all remember when Michelle did this here. Let me show you.
Pay their tithes, but even more so, listen, don't get clammed up whenever people talk about money. You should be excited. Anytime there's that door open, the window of heaven is open, you should be running to pay an offering and a tithe. So put your offering in and let it be sacrificial. Don't be stingy to God, because he ain't stingy with us. But too many times people take that and be like, okay, they earn money. I got a living. I got to pay these bills. No, you got to pay God. Amen. How y'all doing today? Listen, I just wanted to come to you and share something.
Now, this is Michelle Brannon. This is the other one. This is David's right hand. This is David's right hand. David is the one that would call her on the phone, and she would give an update to David. Oh, Lord, I got to sneeze. And David would tell her what to do, and she would exert the punishment on the people that's working in the call center. And she just like him. Just like him. This is that heifer. Right here. That's her with no makeup on, because she didn't know they was going to come and get her and David. That's David too, without his toupee on his big head. Now that's him with it on. This is David without it. See that? David with the hair, David without the hair on him. They didn't know they was going to be arrested. They was arrested. Yes, they did not know. They did not know. So they didn't have time to put the makeup on and do the hair. Now you see what she looked like now. See there? See, that's her with a full makeup on, with a hair comb. Without the hair comb and the hair pieces on her hair, around her head, that's what she looked like then. Y'all see the difference? This is what she looks like when she dressed up and went to her deposition. See, she combed her hair, got some makeup on. This is what David looks like with his hair on. This is what David looks like without his hair on. Y'all see the difference? Y'all see the difference? Y'all don't let these people be doing a boomerang on you, fooling you. Don't let them do that boomerang on you. Okay. Oh, Lord. The criminals are coming out in full force. The criminals are alive. They be coming out. They don't be just hiding. They coming out. Okay. And y'all remember the FBI thing I showed you. If you know these people, you got any information, y'all go back, Y'all see it. I'm not pulling it back up again. Okay? You can go online and contact them and tell them, oh, yes, I was one of those members. Yes, he took my money too. Okay. Y'all can go back and look at it yourself. I'm not going back in there to pull. I'm not pulling that back up. It's in my video. Okay. Okay. This is Fox Local 26 in Houston. Cases moving forward against the church leaders. Y'all know who they are. Let's go ahead and listen to it. Okay. Michelle Brannon, listed as the executive director of David E. Taylor's Kingdom of God Church, appeared in federal court Thursday. Yes, she did. One day after multiple FBI raids across Houston and other major U.S. cities linked to the controversial religious organization. Glad they got caught. Somebody just said, put in the comments, glad they got caught. Y'all do know y'all can have church anywhere, right? Yeah, you ain't got to be up in that church and then be exposed to being drinking that juice. Then you end up working in the call center. And then after working in the call center, now you gave up everything that you got. Yeah. Somebody said, thank you, Holy Spirit, for exposing these false prophets and pastors. Yeah. Somebody else said, this is one of the reasons why I don't go to church anymore. Oh, Lord. What's done in the dark will come to the light. Oh, yes. Somebody else wrote, God is exposing and pulling back all curtains, all the covers and sheets. Oh, Lord. Covers and sheets. Pull them back. Open the doors of the church. Y'all being exposed. You better do right with what God gave you. Charge over. Time for hidden evil is over. Oh, Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They being roasted. Okay. They been roasted. Okay, let's see what they got to say.
Yesterday, we're talking about David E. Taylor. He was arrested and accused of using a church as a cover-up for human trafficking and money laundering. Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle broke the story and has been gathering more information.
Michelle Brannon, listed as the executive director of David E. Taylor's Kingdom of God Global Church, appeared in federal court Thursday. Several locations affiliated with the organization, including the JMMI building in North Houston, were raided simultaneously by the FBI Wednesday. Sources tell Fox 26 people found in some of these locations were in need of medical care and refused it. Gospel artist Vicky Yohe posted a video online shortly after the arrest. In her book, she says she dated Taylor for some time and tried to expose his crimes in the past.
Today was a victory for those who had no voice or who were afraid to expose the truth. They get to wake up from their nightmare like I did several years ago.
The new court documents reveal potential fraud and major labor abuse. Alleged text messages to victims in the case reveal Taylor and Brannon demanded them to apply for government-funded EBT cards. They would then use those funds to purchase food for the staff. There were also times when staff would not eat or sleep if they didn't raise enough money for the organization. A September 2021 text reads, "Make sure no one eats until these numbers change. If they don't, you'll work until 4 a.m. Tell everyone they are not eating." In that same month, purchases were made for lavish items and expensive food, $10,000 worth of king crab legs.
And that's the type of evidence, if the government has that evidence and has some of the people who are going to testify, that's the type of evidence you just don't you don't run away from.
Isn't this the same guy who was facing some issues over his finances just 10 years ago? He was deposed. It went viral. You know, everybody was wondering then. So a lot of people are wondering what would make it different now with him trying to fight this in court.
You know, money allegations when you're raising money as a church is a little bit different than when you've got people coming in and saying, I couldn't leave and I was forced to take Plan B. And this is the type of stuff that you just can't wash that off.
So Trinico goes on to say the amount that they're accused of collecting, over $50 million, won't be taken lightly in court either.
Tonight, a follow-up to a disturbing case that went viral in Houston and all across the country.
Okay. And guys, let me just say, you heard the man talk about, mention the Plan B. The women all had Plan B. They travel with it. When he wants one of them to come down to where he's at, what location? And let me just tell you, no matter what state they in, or what city they in, or whether they close by him, location, if he wanted them down, Michelle make sure they go down. Go there. Isn't that called transportation? Transporting somebody from one place to another place to have sex. You don't need a Plan B unless when you're just rubbing against somebody or you just kissing somebody. You can't get pregnant by rubbing against somebody and kissing somebody. Why do you think he want the women to all of them had their Plan B? They always had to take their Plan B with them when they're going to see him. And you know he got baby mamas, right? Baby mamas, yes he do. Yes he do. His kids was named in those depositions, their ages. So you know he got baby mamas. Yes. He don't do what a church man would do. He don't do what no. He ain't doing it. He ain't doing it, guys. He is not doing what a godly man would do. He ain't doing it, guys. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, let me see. Just 8 days ago. This is just yesterday. This is yesterday, 1 day ago. Let me see which one is it. This is 1 day ago. Let me just see. Oh, the judge. Oh, this is about his bond. Let me see. Have we seen this one yet? Oh, this is okay. Okay, let me just. This is okay. Remember October the 17th. She said Friday, October 17th, they're going to have the detention hearing to see because his attorney was not in the courtroom with him, right? Y'all remember that his attorney, and he had to get a public defender to be there with him. The judge appointed a public defender because his first day in the Michigan courtroom, he had his attorney on file. Rosenblum was not there on the first day, so it was assigned a public defender for his detention hearing. That was October the 17th. This is October the 17th. What happened? So this is October the 17th. Coverage on what happened in the courtroom. So this is Detroit, local 4. This is WDIV. So this is on October the 14th. And I know whether he's gonna make bail or not already. Okay, but you all don't know. So we're getting ready to let you hear whether he made bail or not. And I'm not surprised because if you listen to what I said earlier. If you listen to what I said earlier, I had already said it in the very beginning. I said it before we started playing the video. So I already know. Here we go, guys.
At first, supporters gathered outside the courtroom where their so-called apostle is facing forced labor charges. Many wearing shirts and holding signs that say, "We are not a cult." David Taylor and Michelle Brannon are accused of forcing call center workers to live in terrible conditions as part of the Kingdom of God Global Church. Prosecutors say many workers were Taylor's personal servants on call 24/7. Brannon was granted bond last month, but today Taylor's bond was denied. Noel Friel has been following this story closely since it broke. Noel, you got to talk with some of the Taylor supporters right up close today.
Yeah, it was a wild scene today as a crowd of Taylor's supporters gathered outside of the courthouse. Inside the courthouse, the courtroom was packed wall to wall with his followers. Taylor pled not guilty to the forced labor and money laundering charges that he's facing. The judge ultimately ruled that he should be kept in custody. Dozens of supporters lining up outside the federal courthouse in protest after self-proclaimed apostle David E. Taylor was denied bond, wearing shirts that read, "I am not a victim, free David Taylor," holding signs with phrases like, "We are a church, not a cult," and chanting the same message. Free apostle now! Free apostle now! Taylor's supporters wouldn't talk to us on camera as they waited outside his detention hearing. Would you like to tell us why you're out here?
God bless you guys. God bless you guys.
Okay, you don't have anything else you want to say? What are you doing inside here? We heard you singing.
Jesus love you guys.
Is there anything that you guys want to say? I've seen your t-shirt here. It says, "I'm not a victim." What's that?
God bless you. Jesus loves you.
Okay, you don't want to say anything to us? Don't want to talk about the signs that you guys have? You're obviously here to share a message.
Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you.
In court, prosecutors described Taylor as a serial sadist and the self-proclaimed general of a brutal regime that forced his followers to raise donations that all went back into his pocket. Prosecutors read texts sent by Taylor ordering punishments for those who failed to meet his donation quotas and said Taylor forced female victims to send him sexually explicit videos. Taylor's defense attorney said the allegations against him were made by disgruntled congregants, that church members were free to leave at any time, his relationships with the women that sent the videos were all consensual, and that most of the money raised in the call centers was used to fund the church's ministry and house the followers that Taylor taught. In the end, the judge sided with prosecutors, ruling that keeping Taylor in custody was the best way to prevent him from having contact with church members as he awaits trial. And we talked to Taylor's defense attorney after the hearing. He declined to talk on camera, but said he was surprised by the ruling and said that he plans to appeal. We did a deep dive into the federal indictment that details the allegations against Taylor. You can watch that right now by scanning the QR code that's on your screen. Reporting live, Noelle Friel, Local 4.
All right, Noelle, great work today. Thank you.
Okay. Let me just say this. Okay. Let me just say this, guys. He was denied bond. Taylor was denied bond. He didn't make bond on October the 7th during his detention hearing that was scheduled last. Remember, when he went to court, his first day in court, he went without his attorney showing up. And so they didn't do his hearing for bond then. They wanted to wait till his attorney to be present. So they gave him a defendant. Not a defendant, a court-appointed attorney, right? So on October the 17th, he was denied bond. His supporters and everything was out there, but he's supposed to have no contact with none of those people. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. There's been so much going on. It's hard to get any. Is this about Michelle? Let me just see. Let me see. Is this one on Michelle? Let me just pull it over here so I can look at it for a moment. Because I know I got one. I don't think I showed this one here. I don't remember showing this one. Okay. Let me see. Do I have the one on Michelle? Let's do, well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and do this one here. It's only 3 minutes and 3 seconds, and then we're going to do some reporting on Michelle, okay? And because I don't know whether I showed this one here or not. I'm trying to catch up with all the reporting on each one of them in the last month. Or in the last 2 weeks. I'm trying to get it done for you all. So, so we'll have it, okay? So this is October. This was published on the 16th. Today is the 19th. Wayne County, Taylor, Michigan. So we're getting ready to just see what's happening on here. Okay. We can only know if I go ahead and play it because I don't remember playing this one. Who knows? I probably did. I don't know.
Dogs are a very between fur babies and human kids is key.
Let me try to get past this. Oh, God, you got to wait till, tell you what, let me pull this one down and wait till we get past that. I got to get past all the ads and commercials and stuff. So we'll go ahead and listen to the one about Michelle, okay? Until I can get past all of that, because I don't have time for that. I'll try to let it play through. This is Michelle Brannon forced labor case. This happened just 2 weeks ago. What happened in Michigan courtroom this week? So they're talking about what happened in the courtroom when Michelle went to court. This is all new for us. This is new for me too. You know what I mean, guys? So glad he was denied bond. Yes, he was denied bond. I told y'all, they doing that Diddy thing. He doing the Diddy thing. That Diddler. Okay, here we go, guys.
More news starts now with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking news coming from the federal courthouse in downtown Detroit. Michelle Brannon, the church leader charged in a forced labor scheme, has been allowed out on bond. Brannon is charged along with David Taylor in a money-raising scheme that allegedly netted millions through forced labor at call centers.
You might remember she was arrested in Florida and then extradited back to Michigan and is now free on bond as her case is progressing. Let's get out to Noelle Friel. Noelle, has she left the courthouse yet?
Yes, she just left a little bit ago. She came out and we tried to ask her some questions. She did not answer them and she turned around and went right back into the courthouse. Here's that moment for you. Your attorneys say that you were under David's control. Is that right? Is that accurate? Do you have anything that you want to say? Anything about the punishments? The government says you were the one to give them out? And so there was that moment for you. A judge upheld Brannon's bond, meaning that she'll now be allowed to be on home incarceration while she awaits trial. And she'll be staying, at least for now, at an apartment paid for by church members. Her bond address.
That apartment that's paid for by church members, that is not allowed, because they don't supposed to have no contact with those people. They don't supposed to be getting money from those people no more. So this is not allowed.
Is an apartment in Northville that Brannon's attorney says was leased by church members for her to stay there. The judge gave her 30 days to find someone else who is not affiliated with the church to pay for that apartment. In court, prosecutors described her as the lieutenant general to David Taylor, saying that she is the face that victims saw every day and the enforcer who dished out punishments. Prosecutors allege that even though the call centers have been shut down, the church is still actively raising donations that she could be given access to. The judge disagreed, saying that her bond conditions, which include having no contact with church members, GPS monitoring, as well as computer and cell phone monitoring, will all be enough to ensure that that doesn't happen. Meanwhile, David Taylor, who is the founder of this church, is still in custody, and he's awaiting extradition here to the Eastern District of Michigan. We'll stay on this and continue to keep you updated on the latest in this case. Reporting live, Noelle Friel, Local 4.
Yeah, this is a case we're going to be following for quite some time. Noelle, great work out there today. Thank you.
Okay, y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Ooh, that is, we didn't get a chance. There's some other stuff that I wanted you all to see as well, but we're running out of time. Did we get a chance to see this face? I don't know whether we saw this on Facebook, but I'm trying to bring as much to y'all as I can from all different points of views, and then we're going to pick up back up with their deposition. But also, don't forget those papers, the docs. I do want to show you all those. I don't know whether we watched this one or not. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know whether we saw this or not. We're getting ready to find out. This is the one from Facebook. If we did, somebody put it in the chat if we saw
Thank you. Our live team coverage continues now with Kristen Barbarisi live in downtown Tampa.
And Kristen, I understand you watched Michelle appear before a judge about an hour ago.
No, we haven't seen it. This on
That's right. The 56-year-old was led into court by U.S. Marshals, shackled at the wrists and ankles.
She remains stoic through the hearing, which didn't last long because she doesn't have an attorney yet. She told the judge that her organization has attorneys in St. Louis and in Oklahoma, but U.S. Marshals attempted to contact them. One number was no good. No one answered the other one, so this hearing was continued until tomorrow afternoon. The feds are calling Brannon the enforcer of Pastor David Taylor's rules. According to the indictment, victims were forced to work at those call centers and solicit donations. They weren't allowed to leave. They were cut off from friends and family, couldn't date or have jobs. If they did not meet those donation goals, they were punished. Brannon was responsible for inflicting that punishment. The indictment says victims were forced to fast, not allowed to sleep. They would be doused in cold water if they dozed off. There are also allegations of psychological and physical abuse dating back to 2013. Now, this indictment was handed down in Michigan, so if it gets to trial, Brannon would face trial in Michigan, but she is first entitled to a bail hearing here in Florida. But again, that can't happen until she's retained an attorney, so she will be back in a federal courtroom tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. Live in Tampa, Kristen Barbarisi, 10 Tampa Bay News.
Okay, guys. Oh, who is that? Okay, wait, I'm trying to figure out where is that coming from. Let me just pause it. I found it, guys. There's one other thing before we leave. I wanted to show you all this here. There is a let me see, can I find it? There's this lady that wants taking no mess from us. And I want you all to see it. That was one of my ones I want to show you. Okay, here it is right here. We just got enough time. I want you all to see this. This has been trending all over the place. And I take my hat off to this woman. She is awesome. She is amazing. She said, oh, if you have not seen it, you need to see this. Y'all need to see this. Oh, Lord, I've been watching. This is going viral all over social media, TikTok, everything. She gets the seal of approval from me.
Put that on the news. Let Trump see it.
She said, put that on the news. Let the orange man see it. But y'all gonna see it.
Put that on the news. Let Trump see it.
Put that on the news. Let Trump see it. Well, I hope Trump is watching, because that woman speaks for most of us. She called out the federal ICE agents for wearing masks, trampling on constitutional rights, talking down to people, and pretending to be strong. But as that woman knows, and so many of us have realized, the people who work for ICE and hide their faces are not strong. They are weak, pathetic jackasses. Many of the ICE agents are former January 6th MAGA rioters, Proud Boys, and other assorted Trump lunatics. And as we've seen repeatedly, countless ICE agents think that a badge, a gun, and a DHS paycheck gives them the authority to throw out the Constitution and treat people they don't like, especially brown people, like garbage. The New York Immigration Court has seen several incidents involving unhinged ICE agents. A few weeks ago, ICE attacked a man after he, his wife, and children appeared as scheduled for a status hearing. The agents, in front of the man's kids, wrenched him away.
Suelta la niña. 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 Suelta la niña.
A moment later, back in the courthouse hallway, the man's wife asked for an explanation. The officer said adios or goodbye and then shoved her. You can see the stunned and horrified children.
Put that on the news. Let Trump see it.
Y'all see that? Now, there is a whole part that you all didn't see on that. And I want you all to see the part before we leave. The people was modern slaves and she was their overseer. Yes. Ooh, that's true to the point. That's a way to say it. Thank you, sweetie. I'm trying to find the one where the woman, where you can see the whole deal with that. Let me just, the whole thing with it. Let me see, is this it? It started out, and I want y'all to see the whole thing, not just part of it, because it's so telling. This woman, she wasn't having it. She ain't having it. Let me see, this is just part of it. I want a family member detained at ICE after leaving his scheduled immigration hearing. Scheduled immigration hearing. She exploded in frustration as agents take her down the back stairway. No, I want y'all to see it from the beginning. Well, I'm going to find it. I'm going to be running that all the time. Okay? I'm going to run it for every line. So everybody.
What's going on? What are you guys doing? Yes, she does. So he got to come back to court. What's wrong with you guys? Let me just get the paperwork. We just trying to confirm. So back up at least give him space. You could do what you do, but just give him space. We're trying to give him space. You guys are can't. No, I don't know what's going back. Okay, that works. Where are you guys going? What's wrong with you guys? I know you're working, man. Why? Tell him why.
Watch the woman. That's her finger. Watch what she's doing.
Bitch, you stupid bitch. That's why you're a bunch of fucking criminals. I wish you would. I wish the fuck you would. Yes, the fuck we his family. Y'all a bunch of big pussies. Don't tell me to calm down. Who the fuck is you? We don't like none of you.
You okay?
No, how can I be okay? You okay? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I look like I'm okay? Don't come up in my face here because I hit hard. Fuck wrong with you?
Try it.
I wish you would.
Try it.
You try me and see what the fuck happened. Nigga, we angry. All of us angry out here. So don't think it's y'all alone. You who you telling get out of here? Why you telling me get out of here? You asked me a question and I'm answering you.
Get out of here. Man.
Fuck wrong with you? Oh, stupid ass bitch. That's why you gotta hide your face.
You wanna go to jail?
You told me my mother I could tell you anything.
You wanna go to jail?
What's wrong with you? You wanna hit me? Hit me, bitch. You ain't got me. Nobody's scared of you. You're a pussy ass. Come. I got rings on, bitch. So me and you gonna fight, you pussy bitch. You're a pussy bitch. That's why your kids them don't like you and your wife is fucking on you. That's why you gotta hide your face. My face ain't hidden, bitch. I'm American, you stupid bitch. Fuck wrong with y'all? You can take me to high. I'm Charlotte the Zodiac first. You know what to do? Tell them, no. You want me? Fuck wrong with y'all? Fuck all of you. Put that on the news. Let Trump see it. I'm so fucking ready, man.
You couldn't jump for that.
For what?
We were so glad that elevator closed. It's like, please hurry up and close. Close. He didn't want no smoke from that one. You see, they didn't do nothing. Normally they run bush and grab women and throw them and tackle them to the ground. You see that man didn't want her. That with his face all covered up and closed, like all of them. Show your face. Oh, Lord, they didn't want no smoke from her. She wasn't playing with their ass. She is frustrated, angry for everybody. They took the man, the bald-headed guy, that's part of her family. That's one of them family members. She wasn't playing with their ass. You want to fight? Oh, Lord, that's what she said. Oh, Lord. She spoke for all people. Oh, Lord. I'm going to make sure I play that a lot. Y'all going to be seeing, I'm going to come at it from all angles. That I want y'all to see it from the very beginning. It was one of them I seen somebody had it. I got to find it. But thank you all. Oh, Lord, I enjoyed. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I enjoyed this live. I really did. I always enjoy my live. I always enjoy my life because I try not to just stay on. Now, we still got to talk about, what's her name? Wendy and our husband, Eddie. Yeah, we still going to talk about them. I need to still bring up more about them. But also, and I want to focus a little on Salmon, Bugatti, whatever. But anyway, because, he's been detained by ICE too, because they supposed to be deporting him. And I want to make sure I cover that deporting. Okay. But we're going to bring up the court papers and everything and read more about David E. Taylor's and Michelle Brannon in the courthouse, in the courtroom. We got to get those. I'm going to get those docs for y'all. Okay. And make sure y'all still support the channel. Start doing more of supporting this channel because I'm going to bring you the real. Okay. I'm not doing clickbait. I don't do clickbait. I bring you the real. Okay. And I'm not just bringing you reality stars. I do everybody. I do real people too. I bring y'all what's going on out in the world today. I do bring reality stars and I do bring the trash with them. But also I have to a lot of times too, 50-50 cover what's happening in your neck of the woods, what's happening to the real people too. Okay. So y'all just hang with me. All right. That's all I ask. Just hang with me. And when you're going to hang with me, show me some love. Okay. Show me love like you do everybody else. All right. Hang with me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I need to keep getting those numbers up because that's how YouTube keeps me in the algorithm and show my videos to more people that may like my content. I hope y'all enjoyed everything with the criminals here. Y'all need to see these criminals. Hope y'all enjoyed these criminals right here and hope y'all enjoyed seeing the No Kings protest. All right. This is what we had going on today. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I'll be back with a new information coming out soon tomorrow live. Bye-bye, guys.
I'm tired of this shit and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn.